Okay, so again, this is French. I have to start it. This is not financial advice. I do not provide tax, legal, or accounting advice or advice of any kind. I'm an educator. I'm a coach. I call myself a self-proclaimed coach. I educate people about how to position themselves within the crypto space to take advantage of an infrastructure-based project so that way they can bless their family, business, faith organization, or non-profit. Each of us participate in 4 social brackets that I like to categorize as your family being your first. If you find something that benefits you, would it make sense to find the people that you love and you care about, positioning them to be the recipient of this opportunity? And then if anyone else is to benefit from whatever it is you're a part of, they can come in after your family is structured so that whenever there is a need in the family, commission generated from the ecosystem can meet that need. Cash flow NFT allows us to participate economically according to our ability and acquire assets in this ecosystem and tap into a 3 lineage, 3 degrees of separation, 3 generations, you could say, given the fact that we're talking about family. You have, there is, we all have grandparents. If you live long enough to have great grandparents, good for you. And then eventually everyone you share this with, according to the quality of coaching that you receive from me or whoever shared this with you, you are only as good as the person educating you, unless of course you're very motivated. Open up the opportunity and then you can take it from there. That's who I am. I just need someone to open the door for me, and then I will figure out the details. Then you can get distracted. You can, whatever happens, you can get distracted. Anything happens to you, as long as I have the opportunity, I'm okay, and I will take it from there. Chances are the average person is not that self-motivated to be a self-starter. If you have the ability to participate in something early, there is also a cost, a psychological cost to participate in something early. That means you have to be psychologically prepared to go through bumpy times. If you're okay with that, the people who participate early, the earliest stage you can participate in the project, the early participants get the greater cost of participation, or actually the opportunity cost of engagement is greater. Your return on your ability to participate is greater. The rewards that you receive is greater. Your allocation that you get back is greater. You get to grow organically with the project, which is great. Other people can participate when all the bells and whistles are working and with everything working fine, but they're not going to have that camaraderie. They're not going to have the sense of community because they're coming in late into the project. Well, they're coming in when everything works out. They missed out on all the funds and all the sleepless nights and all the missed deadlines and all the, they miss out on all that. But the opportunity cost, the economic cost, positive economic cost of participating early is that you get the greater benefit and you get to enjoy a greater, let's say, return on your participation if you're psychologically prepared to participate in the early stages and you are connected. Very important, you are connected with the people, with the company. You are connected as part of the community. So together we weather whatever storms, whatever difficulties and for the benefit of coming in early. And then there are people who come in late when everything is, polished and everything is done, done for you, ready to go. You come in late, your economic cost of entry is also a little higher. You miss the early privileges because at the beginning of participation, the company basically just give away assets to increase the community. And as a result, people who are early get the best benefit, and they also get to grow with the community. Anyways, I don't want to drag on that too much. There are quite a few of us who are that privileged to participate early, and we get to engage with each other, connect with each other, help with each other, inspire one another, and strengthen the bond in the community together. So when we meet together in person, it's almost like you meet family members, distant family you have not seen for a while, except we are economically incentivized and without all the family baggage. Speaking of family, nobody's gonna remind you of when you were a little X you did that you probably don't remember that they hold on to. Imagine that, okay, keeping the term of family, that you participate in this thing. There are 17% commission available to 3 tiers. First level 10%, second level 4%, third level 3%. That means if you're married, you can position your wife. If you have any millennials, 18 years and above, eventually they're all going to need money. Eventually, if you're in college, they will keep calling you, Mom, Dad, I need this and that. Okay, eventually, you have to buy them their first car, help them with their first apartment, help them with their first marriage, and definitely spend a lot when they have their first kid. Basically, even though they get out of the house, but technically you never stop paying. Well, what if there is a way? What if there is an opportunity to participate where you can plug in your millennials? They are likely to be more technically savvy. They can grasp the technical aspect of our ecosystem faster than you, because they don't have the kind of worry that clog their mind and their attention daily, because they don't have to provide for their first generation, which would be your second. Until then, you have to be the one who meet their needs long after they leave the house. In some cases, many of them are coming back home because not only they are loaded in school debt, but they cannot support themselves because the economic cost of adulting these days is much greater today. I was looking at the US inflation calculator. If you have 50,000 today, say for instance you're saving to buy a house, and you would need an extra, take a look at it, US inflation calculator.com. Say for instance you're buying, you're saving, you have a child today and you're saving money to pay for your child's education. If that money is not earning anything, if it's in fiat, you will obviously, there's an opportunity cost, because you are holding on, you're saving a liability that is losing interest, that is losing value to inflation, and your cost, your future, the future value of the money is actually has a less spending power. So as long as you're saving money in fiat, you're saving a liability, and the longer you have to save for something, the more you have to basically pay. So you can do two things. You can get a second job, you can find other passive way to make income to increase faster at the rate of inflation, and find ways to basically reduce debt, increase your income, increase cash flow to keep up with the rate of inflation. So anyways, I'm just getting excited just thinking about that. Having said so, we're talking about from the standpoint of family. You have millennials, for instance, taking it family perspective. You can position your family to take advantage of the 3 tiers of commission, where mother, father, partners, partner 1 create an account and position partner B, which would be a first level, and make the purchase on the partner's account, which pays the parent partner 10% on existing capital that would not be available to you. Think about it. You got $50,000 right now in the bank. The bank is leveraging you. No matter what they offer you, they're making money on your money and giving you pretty much almost nothing for it. And then you're taking a look at this opportunity, and it does make sense to you. And you can position yourself with X amount of node. Okay, $50,000 will give you, let's say, 10 nodes, or a little bit less than 20 nodes at the current price of a node. All right. So you and your partner talking about the numbers. You can put the money in the CD, you can put the money in the annuity, you can put the money in this and that. But what will give you the greatest benefit right now, when you consider that the economic cost of putting fiat away for a predetermined amount of time, when of course the inflation calculator would denote that you have to save so much more for the inflationary value that you're losing, because the future value of money, you will need more of it to do the same thing you need now. You need 30% more of it in the future debt. Okay, so you allocate $50,000, and you and your partner, you're talking about it. Instead of putting the $50,000 in your account, you create the parent account and you put your partner as a child account, and you make the purchase in the child's account, and then immediately you unlock the first commission generation of 10% of funds, 10% commission that would not be available to you, and you have an asset that is paying you in digital rewards and Phoenic that is liquid, that you can exchange, and you're getting a set amount of asset in a digital reward coming in daily. Okay, let's say for instance that gives you, let's say, 19 nodes. 19 nodes would give you X amount of Phoenic, little under 100,000. Let's just say 99. Let's say 99,000 Phoenic daily at current market value, whatever the value of Phoenic is at the time. So you can actually know for certain that after beta, you can exchange, you can liquidate a certain amount of Phoenic to meet your daily needs, to meet the obligation of an emergency, family emergency, for instance, to pay a down payment on a home, for example, and then you happen to have millennials who are going to call you asking you for money all the time. So what do? 18 and above, you got 1 or 2 or 3. Okay, better yet, you take the commission earned, say 10,000, 50. You got 50,000, so that's 10% of it. That you say you and your wife, you and your partner, you create the account, you create a purchase in the partner account, which basically unlock $10,000 immediately, 10% of 50,000 in commission, and then you take that 10%, you put it into one of the millennials, and which basically unlock a second generation commission in USDT that would be in USDT value or an MIR token, the stable coin, that unlock 10% to your partner and 4% to you. So right then you generate, okay, you generate a second degree of separation of 4% to you, and another 10% that comes from the 10,000, leveraging your existing money while you're collecting daily digital rewards. Say for instance, we are at the end of the year and the node is post beta. Did I mention this is not financial advice? Do your own due diligence. If you can, according to your ability, get as many nodes as possible while the price is what it is. There are 20,000 nodes completely, and every time a certain amount of nodes are purchased, it activates an algorithmic price increase. So the price of the node today may not be what it is the next time you see this video. Okay, so you see this video today and you're like, well, this is too good to be true, and you decided to pass it off, and then the next time you look at the video again, the price of the node goes up by 1,000, hypothetically. By then, you know, people are purchasing a lot of the mini nodes. Keep in mind, a mini node is 1/10 of a node, still part of the maximum 20,000 nodes. So you got a bunch of people who can acquire a lot of mini nodes, and every time 10 mini nodes are purchased, that's a node that is taken out of the max total supply of 20,000. And then you're analyzing the numbers, you're examining the situation, and you haven't done this before. If this is your first time and you're nervous, meanwhile, the opportunity cost is increasing because there's maximum 20,000 nodes, and you're examining. Keep in mind, the best way to participate in leveraging the 17% available to you is within your family. It is a lot easier to integrate your family into this opportunity rather than connecting with business associates that you're gonna have to educate and convince. If within your own family structure, you can position your partner and your millennials and take advantage of first degree 10%, second degree 4%, 3 degrees of separation 3%, and you leverage capital that is already in existence, and you have an asset that is producing for you. And by the way, Phoenic is no longer an idea. Phoenic is listed on CoinMarketCap. Phoenic will eventually be listed in multiple exchanges. You can acquire Phoenic through the vesting packages in the back office. You can acquire Phoenic through the staking packages on the phoenictoken.com. You can acquire Phoenic in an open market just by having your wallet already set up. It's in a BNB smart chain, and you can acquire Phoenic and arbitrage it and take advantage of the daily fluctuation in price. So there are multiple ways, but the absolute best way to acquire Phoenic is through leveraging the 17% commission by creating a free cash flow account. Link will be available in the description of this video. You can unlock 17% of however you can participate today by tapping into the family structure to position your family first. And then to the degree that your family is positioned, then you can say, okay, now I want to share this with my friends. I want to share this with the people that at the office that I work with, at the job that where you are. When you go to work and your mood changes, and all of a sudden you come from, you know, having dormant fiat, a liability that is collecting dust, and the bank is leveraged, and you are now reallocate that capital and put it into an asset that is producing cash flow, which, by the way, if you're sick, injured, or tired, you can take some time off, because now you can afford to take time off, because you have a liquid asset that can be easily exchanged. And we're now going to have the debit card that you don't even have to convert the crypto to fiat. You can exchange Phoenic to crypto directly to a debit card and then easily spend it as if you were spending Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover. So everything is aligned for you to have peace of mind. And if you participate early, the acquisition cost to get a node is less. The distribution is still the same, but the length of time it would take you to recoup your initial capital for acquiring X amount of node would be longer the later that you participate, because the acquisition cost, the economic cost of engagement would be higher. So as a result of having done well, I am making it possible for you to acquire anywhere from 2 to 200 nodes, where I'm giving you anywhere from $50 to $5,000 worth of Phoenic, which, by the way, the only way I can do that, I'm going to leverage the commission earned. Depending on the level that you come in, I can have 10%, 4%, or 3%. And if you fall within my 3 degrees of separation within my team, I will honor the $50 to $5,000 worth of Phoenic. Say, if Phoenic is $1, you get $5,000 worth of Phoenic. Not the number of Phoenic, but $5,000 USDT value of the current market value of Phoenic. If you participate today, you get 2 to 5 nodes, because the node is currently in beta, and I need you to be able to experience with, trading Phoenic back and forth. So with a USDT, with a crypto wallet activated, registered, and available, I will pass on to you $50 worth of Phoenic, so that way you can go into the open market and exchange it, so you can remove any doubt during the beta. Even post beta, I might keep it, but for right now, I think it's necessary. You get anywhere from 5 to 10 nodes. You get $100 worth of USDT value of Phoenic, which, by the way, you can do whatever you want with. You can hold on to it. You can sell it, you purchase Phoenic at 12 cents, and then Phoenic becomes 34 cents, and you want to liquidate because, hey, you got your car bills to pay and you want to pay your car note. You can do that because you got $100 worth of Phoenic for purchasing anywhere from 5 to 10 nodes. You purchase anywhere from 10 to 15 nodes, you'll get $250 worth of Phoenic. And of course, the earlier the better, because the Phoenic is now at $1, so you get less Phoenic, but still $250 worth of Phoenic. You purchase anywhere from 50 to 100 nodes, you get $500 worth of Phoenic, and you can turn around and say, I'm going to use my $500 to put it into a $500 vesting package, lock it in for 180 days. So, and then that gives you a bonus. So instead of taking the Phoenic and trade it, and you basically vest it for 180 days, because you will have $500 worth of Phoenic. You get 100 to 200 nodes, you'll get $1,000 worth of Phoenic, which you have the ability to exchange, trade, vest it for another anywhere from 90, 120, or 180 days period of time for you to do whatever you do with, for being smart enough to acquire 100 to 200 nodes. I'm telling you, the moment you realize what a value that is, the question is how many nodes can you acquire early, during the early stage possible, and then you get anywhere from 200 nodes plus, you get $5,000 worth of Phoenic. That $5,000 can be locked in into a vesting package for 180 days, and you get a 21% bonused with a max 100% profit with a 20% maximum loss. If Phoenic, worst case scenario, 6 months later, went down in price. Right now, I mean, this is a deal. It's a no-brainer, okay? And in regards to the mini node, one mini node is 1/10 of a node. So people, of course, who do not have over $3,000 to get a full node, but they can afford to get a mini node. If you can either sell 5, one each to 5 different people to increase the number of people in the community, or acquire 5 mini node, then you'll get one free just for doing so. My gift to you for trusting me to coach you, my gift to you. Now, that would be either you purchase 5 or you generate a sell of 5 mini nodes to 5 different people, and each one needs to purchase at least 1 mini node. So it's not the number of mini nodes purchased 5 unless you do the purchasing, but we need 5 people, each one purchase 1 mini node to increase the community, because each person opens the channel for 3 degrees of separation, where we can unlock an unlimited number of 10% front line to you, 4% front line to me, and 3% to whatever grandchildren that they bring in, which will be 4% to you, and whatever they do for themselves, any additional purchase, that's 10%. Every time someone acquires a purchase, say for instance they come in, we open their door for them with a mini node, and then the more they understand this project, they're like, oh, I'm gonna get 10 nodes. 10 nodes. And I'm like, what? I didn't know you could do that. No, now they have a better understanding. They're gonna get 10 nodes. And lo and behold, that 10 nodes will equate to 10% commission, because based on the price of the node, you can now get a free node, because 10% of whatever they put in will be the equivalent of a node, regardless of what the price is. So 10 is the beauty, sell 10 and get 1 free, whether it's a mini node, Italy, or the node. Okay, and in regards to the additional 2 nodes that I can give you for free, is that on level 2, which would be your second level, sell any combination of 5 nodes to either 1 person or to 5 on level 2. To make it simple, just 5. We just need to sell 5 mini nodes on level 2. However it happened, 1 person by 5 or 5 people by 1 each minimum, and then you'll get a mini node for free for me. And if that still happen on level 2 and 3, where we have 5 mini node cells on level 3 or level 2, regardless of how it happens, you will get a mini node from me with a stipulation where you, as a person who is the grandparent for that level 2 and 3, great grandparent, you'll be the great grandparent or the grandparent on level 2 and 3. You then have to have a registration to our live event. If our live event is in December right now, past December, and I will remove the restriction. But so as long as we have a live event that is within 6 months away, you will be required to register for that. And until you register, your free mini node will be held, and will be waiting for you until you participate, because now you're in a leadership position, and I'm going to incentivize you because you open up a second and third degree of community that would not be available to me to educate, and with my help, we can bring this amazing opportunity to as many people as possible. And I want to reward you with 3 mini nodes. Buy 5 or sell 5, you get 1. On level 2, sell 5. Level 3, sell 5. Register for our next event within 6 months. If the event is within 6 months, then you get a free one. You get up to 3 free mini nodes, or anywhere from 2 to 200 plus. You get anywhere from $50,000 to $5,000 worth of Phoenic to play with, pre or post node beta. Now, the next opportunity we have here is the vesting packages, the Phoenic vesting packages, with a cash flow account listed. You can create an account, or if you already have an account, purchase any 3 of the Phoenic vesting packages. You can vest it for anywhere from 90, 120, or 180 days. However you do it, purchase any 3, then you get $100 worth of Phoenic. What I should have done also is to extend the same offer to level 2 and 3 to keep it fair and consistent. Any 3, just keep it. Any 3, you get $100 worth of Phoenic. That way, we incentivize good behavior. We incentivize sharing. You have a reason now to pick up the phone and call somebody and say, I have this amazing community, I have this amazing project that I want to offer you. Oh, by the way, it's a great opportunity. Could you help me get $100 of Phoenic? Just to come in and take a look at it. If you don't like it, great. If you don't like it, that's okay. It doesn't hurt you to participate and taking a look at it. Would you like to help me get $100 worth of Phoenic? Can I get your opinion to take a look at something, and you could help me earn $100 worth of Phoenic? I'm telling you, once you see it that way, then selling 3 vesting package, well, the package is really sell itself. So I mean, you have a reason now to pick up the phone and call a friend. Hey, Joe, I need your help. I need to unlock $100 worth of rewards for something. I need your help. All you have to do is give this thing an hour, give this thing 20 minutes, take a look at it, and tell me what you think. So anyways, so I am very, very grateful to be part of this, and I don't really have to do this, but I'm doing it because I am grateful to know about this project early, and if I could help you remove any excuses to participate, and especially when you have the ability to bless your family, business, faith organization, and any nonprofit to give money to, eventually they will need money. And there's one thing a church, nonprofit needs is plenty of money, because you get people with a lot of ideas, but they don't have the means, the method, the way, the network for them to generate the money to support whatever it is that they're trying to do. We have a method, a way to leverage a real business, having an asset that rewards you daily for performing one simple task of purchasing and running a node. Nothing happens without you purchasing a node, register it and run it, and do that consistently. You check your phone, enter your email, check social media. So this would not be an unfair activity. It would just be, instead of wasting time in something that does not reward you, you convert the time into something that rewards you, and now you are incentivized for good behavior, and you get to repeat the good behavior and then share this with as many people as possible, and you could be the rainmaker for your family, business, organization, and non-profit. And you could also help a family in need. You could help a struggling business partner. You could help. You can channel a church member from losing money, a struggling church with a decline of membership, with young people, singles, and millennials are leaving churches because they don't really find a value in it, or there's not much substance and they're not engaging enough. There's no activity for them. So there are not a shortage of non-profits, and the one thing non-profit needs is money to survive, money to exist, money to do whatever they do. You can be the one that offers a non-profit a better way to reallocate a liability into an asset that pays them. So instead of having to knock on doors, do fund drive, you have an asset, one-time purchase, once registered, and perform a daily activity that pays in rewards that can be freely converted or freely liquidated through a debit card. If you understand that part, then it's a no-brainer decision that you have to do. The question is, are you going to do this alone? Are you going to invoke the help of family members? Let's come together for the benefit of the family. We can now tap into 17% commission. This is not network marketing. We can tap into 17% commission that comes from leveraging our own liability, fiat, convert that into a crypto, put it into an asset that rewards you daily. By the way, Phoenic is a transaction token that performs activity by validating by transaction through a node where Phoenic is used as gas to pay for whatever activities that goes into our ecosystem. And Phoenic will have multiple utility, that asset-backed utility. Once you understand that, the question is, you will ask yourself, how come I didn't know about this in the beginning, where I could have been better positioned? The best time is now. You'll know about it now. There's only one decision to make. I want to create a free account now. I want to get a mini node to get started. While I'm learning about it, I want to encourage my cousin, brother, sister, nephew, uncle, niece, anyone above 18 who can read and write and can understand. Anybody with a cell phone, anybody who can use email, who can send and receive an email, check their stuff. Anybody can run a node and purchase an asset that pays them digital rewards into a safe and reliable project. Participate and engaged and paid forward, and wait to see miracle happens within your own social network, in your family, business, organization, faith group, or non-profit, where you get to be the most admired person because you bring them something of value. You sit down with your family members and analyze the opportunity and participate according to your ability and engage your social capital, your network. Everyone can bring you value, immediate return on your time, and reward you through 3 degrees of 17% commission that is tapped right then and there for leveraging your own funds, and help family members, business, faith group, non-profit to reallocate dormant liabilities as fiat and put it into a business that generates daily rewards.